Reaching you from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. This is Sports Tonight. Thanks for joining in. I'm Austin Okonakwani. It's still an action-packed sort of sport. On the show tonight, we will say a moment of prayer for Cheick Tiote. Not a good one for the footballing community. Everybody is mourning the loss of that player from Ivory Coast. We will also show him some love tonight on the program, also on the show tonight. It has come and gone, done and dusted, but we're still talking about season 9 of the Channels International Kids Cup. We just showed you a picture of the late Cheick Tiote. Not a good one for football in any way you want to look at it. When we come back to it, because loads of tributes are pouring in for the late footballer. Also on the show tonight, we'll talk about school sports. I told you about Channels International Kids Cup. We'll also talk about Georgia Obo. We told you the young golf sensation. What's she up to this time around? Walk with us. We'll give you all the details. And, of course, Taekwondo is in the men. We're going back to the schools with that one. Also, match day 22 of the Nigeria Professional Football League will get our attention. After the action comes the reaction. A lot of talking points from match day 22, particularly that game between Sunshine Stars of Akure and Shooting Stars of Ibadan. We'll break it down tonight on the program. Also on the show, we'll talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Words on the street, they are already, some of the players are already in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital, for that crucial African Cup of Nations qualifying game against the Bafana of South Africa. That's the look of the show tonight. Let's quickly bring you into everything that we'll be doing tonight on the program. This show, we keep telling you, is designed for you. Don't just watch it. Come, let us play for the love of the game. On Twitter, we're Channels_Sports. You can talk to us. It's a verified Twitter handle. Questions, comments, suggestions, whatever it is that is going down in your world of sports that you want to talk about, that's the feedback mechanism for you. Twitter, Channels_Sports. Facebook, Channels-Sports. You can also send us an email to sportstonight at channelstv.com. Also, all our top stories can be viewed on our website, channelstv.com, and on YouTube/Channels Web. You can download the Channels TV app for your iPad, your iPhone, your BlackBerry, your iOS, your Windows phones, and your Android phones. Just log on to m.channelstv.com, download the app, and be part of everything that will be going down tonight on the program. Football fans, let us have a moment of prayer for Cheick Tiote, the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire midfielder who died after collapsing during training with his Chinese second-tier side, Beijing Enterprises. Not a good one for Cheick Tiote, who was part of the Ivorian squad that won the 2015 African Cup of Nations. He made over 150 appearances for Newcastle United that lasted 7 years. The 30-year-old joined the Chinese second-tier side, Beijing Enterprises, in February for an undisclosed fee. Cheick Tiote, another fallen soldier, African soldier at that. We will definitely miss him. Let me bring in the guys that are here with us in the studio. It's a Monday night. Toby Adequaji returns. Toby, good to have you on the program.
That is my pleasure.
And this time around, a lot of defending for you to do for Shooting Stars of Ibadan. Yes, victory for your team. But you will be doing a lot of explanations tonight on the program. And maybe Oye will have some deep sayings from the elders as regards what went down in March the 22 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Going with you, Wachiku, is the news editor Sporting Live. Well, good to have you on the program.
Thanks for having me, Austin.
And it's like lately you just bring issues. Issues. Like you every Monday. What's going on?
No, that's the advantage of video evidence. You know, when you look at it, I was watching Zambia and Italy this morning.
That's right.
You know, and there was a contentious issue. And you know, in this under 20, FIFA is using it to test run video evidence.
That's right.
You have about 2 or 3 video assistant referees. And there was a particular case where the referee had to pause for about 3 or 4 minutes to listen to the assistant referees, you know, reviewing the video, and he gave a free kick and a red card. You know, in my opinion, I would have, as a layman, would have said, okay, penalty. Yeah. But they saw it from different angles. So, you know, sometimes when you even watch video evidence, you need some time to study it from various angles. So I don't really envy the job of a referee.
I know.
These players are very, very fast.
I know. Very, very difficult. Okay. Let me just, Toby, give you a moment to say something about Cheick Tiote. He's just 30, promising footballer. I don't just know how to explain it when we just hear that football has collapsed and they're no more.
I mean, Austin, it's very sad for African football, for what football. You talk about to play for Newcastle. You could remember him for that, you know, a great goal he scored for Newcastle in that, you know, 8-goal thriller against Arsenal. I mean, it was an amazing game. Also on the African continent, also won the Nations Cup with Cote d'Ivoire in 2015. had some moment against Super Eagles. I really fancy him a lot. I like defensive midfielder who works a lot. Tiote is a workaholic on the pitch, delivers his job, get the job done. And at 30, had a moment where his family are expecting the third child. I mean, it is very sad. Very sad for African football.
Yeah, for African football. Let's even bring it back home. We're still mourning the Kwara United player that also fell down and died. Something is wrong somewhere. These guys, you can judge that they are fit, but they just collapse and they're gone.
It's so sad, Austin. We can't really compare between what's happened to Kwara United. We can assume that, in China, in Europe, the facilities there should, be top notch. What happened in Kwara United should retrospectively, put us on our toes. But
yes.
Unfortunately, we don't get to do anything. When you are training, you don't have to take anything for granted. We know that sometimes death can even come, even if you have done what you're supposed to do. Then you can go home with, clear conscience. But when you have not done anything, you have not put precautionary measures. For instance, we have had situations in the past where even the driver of the ambulance in the stadium, is nowhere to be found. Yeah. These are not things that we should be talking about. When a life is concerned, footballers, they dissipate a lot of energy, their life is at risk, they run, so many things can happen, but you've got to put measures in place. So the Kwara United issue, I hope for a long time, that will be the last we're going to hear. But for Cheick Tiote, I mean, he was a combative player. Yeah. I remember, Toby said about Arsenal, there was a case he went for an area battle against Mikel Obi, if you remember, against Chelsea, and he was almost flat on the turf, and he had to be stretched off the pitch. He's a player that lies. He dissipates so much energy, very combative.
Good work rate.
Enforcer. And it's so sad that, Côte d'Ivoire and his immediate family will lose such a player. It's shocking, Austin, but what can we do?
Painful loss. Tributes pouring in for the late Cheick Tiote. Keep them coming. Let's show some love to the fallen soldier for African football. Let's get on.